All right, I'm going to make a brief short. There's been so many naysayers about nightlife in New York City, how commercial rents are plummeting and the restaurants are failing and people are abandoning the city. Well, let's find out. Here I am on the corner of Second Avenue and East 12th Street in the East Village. And as you can tell, this is Friday night, Friday, October 29th. This is Halloween weekend. And you can see there's cars coming down the road here on Second Avenue. It's got a little light rain to it, so I'm trying to stand back so the camera doesn't get wet. As you can tell, they're showing motion pictures over here at the Village East City Cinema. You see a restaurant across the street. It's a Japanese food restaurant. All right, you see there's a pawn shop right next to it, a thrift store. That store is closed right now only because it is 8 o'clock at night. So they probably closed around 7. Right next door, you have a bagel place, and then you have an Italian restaurant. Okay, then you got people walking right past me up and down the street, forward and back. So this is Friday night in New York City, and everyone's enjoying themselves. Okay, we go over here. You got another restaurant across the street. You got a barricade over here. On this side of the street, you got Bar Veloci's. All right, you got Mimi Chang's dumplings. As you can tell, there are people inside. I don't want to bother them and pester them, but they're eating their food. We have another restaurant right here. All right, and you see they have outdoor dining. I wanted to show this to I allegedly because last week he had mentioned that he had read where restaurants were failing in New York City, and I told him they're not failing. They just came up with creative ways to increase their dining capacity by having people eat on the sidewalk. Now, I had explained to him that what they were doing during the summer, they would make these little sheds and then they would put slats on them. And now that the weather's getting cold, it's about 60 degrees here, maybe 56 because it is light rain. We're expecting a storm coming up from the south. If you notice, they put these plexiglass windows in, and if you can tell in the reflection on the glass that they have space heaters in there. Let me see if I can show you some more. You really can't see it, but see that glare in the center of the screen? That right there is a space heater. They have about 2 of these in here. Now, across the street, we're going back again. We have Pangea. That is a restaurant, and they're dining indoors in there. That's open. Numero 28 Pizzeria. And then there is another Thai restaurant right here in the corner called Love Mama. That's a Thai restaurant. So, I mean, come on. It's 8 o'clock on a Friday night in New York City, and here you have, they're telling you that the city is dead, and then restaurants are failing, and then people are not coming back. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's go to the next block. All right. Okay. We have a wine bar across the street. Now I'm on East 11th and 2nd Avenue. Okay. Now I can do this. I watch I allegedly a lot, and I like the way he shows his videos on the California coast. Now I could do the same thing, and my only point in doing this is to prove to you all of the naysayers that keep saying that New York City is dead. And I'm walking down the street with my camera, and I'm walking in tune with traffic. You would think if a city's going to be dead on a Friday night, Halloween weekend, there should be nobody out here. Barely no one out here. Look, there's a church here. I'm supposed to know the name of this church, but I don't. But anyway, we'll step out to the street here. All right, Marinara. Marinara is an Italian restaurant. And if you remember, jeez, man, ruined my shot. Just ruined the shot, right? Marinara was an Italian restaurant. And if you remember, when I was on the last block 5 minutes ago, there were 3 Italian restaurants on that block. Well, Marinara is brand new. Marinara, last year this time, they were just, redecorating the building. Now they're open. I know they sell pizza in there. I haven't gone in there because I'm not going to walk this far for pizza. By the time I get back home, it'll be cold. But as you can tell, there's a wine bar on the corner. There's a pharmacy right there. Jeez. pretty windy out here. There's a Luna Cafe Lounge, eat and drink. You know, they're open. Now listen, it looks like they're a bit empty, but that's only because it's 8 o'clock. It's only 8:10 right now on a Friday night. The liquor store, clearly the liquor store is open. Urban Outfitters, I think they're open. All right, Marinara, that's what I said, the new pizza place. Let me see, you want me to go down another block? I'll go down another block to prove to you that when people talk about, see, the wind was blowing so strong, it blew my hat off. I had my mask in my hat, and that was the only mask I had. And you know, those mask mandates are sort of phony because, like I said, I've been wearing that mask for like a month. I've never washed it. I said, if you go into a place that require you to have a mask, I put it on, and then when I leave, I put it back in my hat. So how effective can it be at shielding you from germs if I've kept it in my hat for a month and never washed it once? All right, now look, here we are on 10th Street, East 10th Street. Now, if you can tell, you really can't tell, but all right, here we go. In the center of the screen, you see all of those lights. That's another restaurant right there. I don't want to walk down there. All right, now I'll come over here. If you look in the center of your screen right here, there's a restaurant right there. All right, all these restaurants are open. They're all open. So when people are talking about, oh, restaurants are failing in New York City and people aren't coming back and the city is dead, I mean, you know, we'll take a look right there. You know, dead cities shouldn't have an active nightlife. They shouldn't have any traffic on a Friday night if your city is dead. This is why I'm telling you, the worst part about listening to people on the internet proselytize about the death of New York City is them not being here in person. They're telling you what they read in some journal somewhere, some blog. I am here in person telling you those guys are meatheads and have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe if they mean, I don't know, if they mean Chicago or Cleveland, that's a different place. But here in New York City, this is not dead. All right, let me show you another block. I'll show you another block. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get off second here because there's nothing I want to get. I wanted to get some barbecue, but I don't feel like waiting. So I'll shoot over the third. Yeah, I don't want to shoot over the third because what's over on third? At the time I'm filming this video, I'm also looking for something to eat. I wanted some barbecue, but I don't want to walk all the way down there to Dallas Barbecue. I think they're on 8th. I wanted to pick up some brisket, you know? I love that barbecue brisket. Jeez. I mean, I will tell you, I guess some of the parts of the economy are blowing up, you know, with inflation because you really can't get beef anymore like you wanted to. I mean, you go on there, 1 pound of beef, you know, sirloin or something like that winds up being like $9. So I don't know what to tell you there about that, but I mean, because you wind up eating a lot of hamburger now because a lot of these Angus cut hamburgers, it was like $6.50 for the raw meat. I wouldn't mind getting the brisket, man, but I don't want to pay $20 for it because I'll kill it in a minute, right? But anyway, I'll tell you what, I'll walk over to 3rd Avenue because I'm on 2nd right now. I'll walk over to 3rd, and then you can see for yourself. You know, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll go up to Midtown, I'll go further up Midtown. Like I said, I'm in the East Village right now. It's Friday night, October 29th. You know, I keep hearing all of these videos about New York City being dead. Well, based on the 8 minutes you've been watching this video on 2nd Avenue, I've only gone 2 blocks. I went from East 12th Street to East 10th Street. You tell me.